Hey everybody, welcome to Vintage Pokemon Hunter Brothers. My brother's not here, so today you're the brother. Alright, and if you're a woman, you're still the brother. Okay, so today we're going to go over the basics. These are the things you need to know if you're starting the Pokemon collection, specifically vintage cards. Boom, binder cam. This right here, we got base set. Now there's a few variations on some cards. If you don't know, we're going to talk about them right here. First thing to know about base set is how to identify a base set card. To identify a base set card, there's a few things. One of the first things is there's no set symbol here, here, or here. On later cards, like we're here at Jungle, you'll see that there's a set symbol right there. That's Jungle Leaf. That's how you can identify that it's Jungle. Base set's not there. Another thing that you guys can check out is the number. Every card collection is going to have a number. The number is going to show the card and the card's number and how many cards are in that set. You'll find that down here on the bottom. So you see base set had 102 cards. This Blastoise is number 2. If you want to get more information on the card you're looking at, you can easily just Google Blastoise, the name of the card, 2/102, and I'll give you information on that card, okay? Next thing you want to know about base set, since that's the first set that was printed that we're going to be looking at, is that there are a few different printings of the set. We have the first edition, which I have a card right here. Here's my boom. I like to show this off whenever I can. First edition is identified by the first edition symbol. Also in the English, all English first edition base set cards are not going to have a shadow on the side. A shadow is, if you see that gold border right here, to the right of it, to the top, bottom, there's no shadow that gives it that 3D look. Here we have an unlimited Charizard, it has that shadow up there. The shadowed one also has a bigger HP, it's a bit thicker, and if all those things aren't helping you identify, you can always look at the date of the card. So on the bottom, you see on the unlimited set, that means shadowed, we have 95, 96, 98, and it says Game Freak 1999. On a first edition and on shadowless, it's going to say 95, 96, 98, 99, and then say 1999 again. So that's how you can tell what release. There's also another release on base set. It's a 4th print run where it'll read 2000. So boom, base set. What did we learn? Shadowless, first edition, unlimited, how to identify the set number 102, and also that there's another print run that'll say 2000 on it, okay? On the 2000 print run, usually they kind of cleaned up a lot of the misprints that were on the other ones. So, and some people just collect certain print runs or they want to complete all of them. So these are things that you can look at when you look at your base set cards, so you can identify what print run they came from. Alright, boom, bunch of information. Okay, here we go. More of my beautiful cards. Let's talk value. Value differs drastically. The biggest thing to consider when you're looking at your card to determine what the value is condition. Condition means everything. Let's look at some cards right here. Just real closely, you could say, all right, the condition on this one, here are some things to look for when you're looking for condition as well, okay? Let's do that. So, holographic cards are notorious to have print lines. Print lines would be a little line through the holographic foil pattern. I don't see any on this one, but that's something to always look out for. You have a print line, it's most likely not going to get a 10. Another thing on holographic cards is silvering. I can tell on my end that there is some silvering on the yellow border. Silvering, it looks like, you know what it says, it's kind of like silver specks at the end of the border. Other things you want to look for is scratches, is stains. There's kind of like a little mark right there. A big indicator, and what you always want to look for if you're buying any card on eBay, expensive, not expensive, is the back of the card. The back of the card is going to show you a lot because it's easier to see whitening. Whitening are those marks that you can see on that corner and down here. Those can all take from a grade when you get it graded. Graded cards, that's how you're going to fetch the big money. If you have a nice card, raw, man, after the boom, so many cards have gone like crazy. Last I really checked, this Venusaur raw might be like $50, $60. Graded in an 8 it's probably going to be like 100 and something. A 9 and 10, that's probably going to be like a few $100 for the Venusaur. So you see how drastically and how much money you can get for those. This guy right here, raw, oh my goodness. So what do we see? We see bends, we see warping, we see missing hollow foil. We turn it around, we can really see the wear. So this is what people would say would be like a heavy played, damaged, or heavy played, or honestly it's probably a damaged card. It would get like a 1 in PSA, and it would be worth drastically less than that other Venusaur that we saw. Okay, so awesome. Base set, we talked about pricing, talked about the different print runs. Bam. Jungle. We looked at Jungle for a moment when we looked at the set. Some things to know about your Jungle cards. Things to look out for your Jungle cards is there are also a few different print runs for Jungle, okay? This is how I identify them. These are the ones that I know of, and this is what I want you guys to know. We have the first edition as well. Not all sets have a first edition, but a lot of the older ones do. So we had the first edition. Those came out first. Those are worth the most. We had another, this is an error, but I also like to call it kind of a print run, but it's an error. It's not really a print run. It's called the missing symbol. So this one doesn't have the Jungle symbol. It's missing the symbol. The holographic cards, and only the holographic cards in Jungle have an opportunity to have that missing symbol. And I think they're a really hot item to collect right now because they're not that expensive. Not everybody really knows about them right now, okay? And then we have the unlimited Jungle symbol. These are all holographic. Like we saw before, 64, number 3 out of 64. That's Jungle. Jungle also had a whole bunch of misprints. We don't have time to talk about this. This is the foundation. This is, okay. Next set, Fossil. Fossil can be identified by that print right there. Looks like a fossil hand. Can also be identified, like we mentioned before, by the number. This one's 62, Jungle was 64. Bam. Fossil also had first edition. Oh, and these sets, you'll also hear them be referenced as WotC, Wizards of the Coast. Boom, WotC. WotC was the company that made these cards, these vintage cards. I believe they stopped. I think the last one is either Skyridge or Aquapolis. Well, like the last sets that Wizards of the Coast printed. These cards also have rare, the stars, in both non-holographic and holographic, same as Jungle and base set. Those also had those. Alright, we're going to keep on going. Another set, we have Team Rocket. Team Rocket set, you can identify it, boom, by the R symbol right there. You can also identify it by the number as well. This one has 82. Excuse me. The Team Rocket set also has something special. If you look down here, it has this Dark Raichu. Some say, and I love to correct them, that this Dark Raichu is the first secret rare. Secret rare as being it is a card outside of that set number. As you see right here, you see that Dark Dragonite is number 5 out of 82. Dark Raichu is number 83 out of 82, 83 being over the printed set list. That's what we call a secret rare. That's what we call it in the business. It's a secret rare card. I don't call it the first secret rare card because there was a Pikachu released in the Jungle set, only in the first edition release, that was placed in there outside of the set. It wasn't listed outside of the set number because it wasn't given a number in that set, but you can pull it from the set. So that was like the rookie, that's what it says, like the rookie secret rare card. And not too many people know about that card right now, or I believe it would be worth a lot more than it is. And it's also not the most beautiful card. Alright. Team Rocket cards, also being that they had like the Dark was these Dark Pokemon. This is the first release of what we saw as Dark Pokemon. So that's really cool. They also had some really big misprints, but you can see those in like my misprint video. Don't want to go all through that. We also have these pre-release cards. Jungle had a pre-release as well, and Base Set had a pre-release. Not all the cards have this pre-release stamp. It's just the Dark Gyarados. Jungle had a Clefairy, and Base Set had a Raichu. The Raichu isn't, it's like hard to confirm. PSA, I believe they won't grade it, and they go for a whole lot of money. So the Raichu would be the rarest one. Okay. keep on going. Here's some shadowless ones right there. Hey everybody. Okay, so we went over base, we went over jungle, we went over fossil, we went over how to determine the sets, we went over the different print runs in the sets, how to see what cards common, uncommon, and rare. The holographic, we looked over the shadowless, the first edition. We also went over damage, centering. Centering is one thing I don't think I showed you before. So a centering of a card, people look at the centering, they determine the centering by looking at the yellow border. The thickness should be the same between each side, top, and bottom of a card. That's how you'll determine the centering. Centering is also something that'll let you know if the card's going to be a high grade or not. So we talked about centering, we talked about print lines, we talked about whitening, we talked about silvering, we talked about damage cards, we talked about grading cards, value. So graded cards are going to be worth more than raw cards normally if the grade is a higher grade. Let's see, other things you want to know is how to get an idea of how much your card is worth right now. The thing that I use is eBay. I'll go on eBay. What you want to do is look at the sold, the recently sold on the cards you're looking at. Don't look at just eBay and just look at it and you'll see all the prices that people are wanting for the card, and that's where you're going to see ridiculous things. Those cards are not being sold. They're just being put up there and they're just hoping that somebody bites on them. Look for the recently sold and see what they're actually being purchased at. Okay, fake cards. A good way to tell a fake card is by shining a flashlight through the card. If you could see the back end of the card while you're looking at the front, then you can tell it's fake. I'll put a little photo right here of what it looks like when you see a fake card. Alright, so these are all the things that you all need to know about these early sets. That's how you know it's fake. That's how you get a good idea of the price. This is just the basics right now. This is the basics for the early cards. So go on, guys. Go out there. Have fun. You're going to make mistakes, but don't make too many. And if you want to ask me any questions, feel free to put it in the comments down below, or you can send it to my Instagram, vintage_Pokemon_Hunter_bros. Yeah, feel free to ask me anything. Send me cool pictures of your Pokemon if you want to. That's awesome as well. And oh yeah, if you want some more advice on where to, if you're just excited about Pokemon, and you want to learn about all this stuff, this is where you should go. You should go to SM Pratt, his awesome channel, very knowledgeable. Go to TCA Gaming, also an incredible collector, very knowledgeable. Check out pages and forums like E4 and Bulbapedia. Those also all have really great information. Places that have bad information. Some Facebook groups, just don't take everything as law whenever you see it on Facebook from, just Joe Schmo. And YouTube, be careful on YouTube. I mean, if it's Vintage Pokemon Hunter Bros, that stuff's right. But there's a lot of new channels, I think I mentioned before. They're just getting into the hobby and they're just saying what they heard from Facebook, what they said from Logan, what they heard from Logan Paul or something, and you don't want to push that false information. That's why I wanted to make this video. So my Vintage Pokemon Hunter Bro fans, all you guys that follow me, these are the things I want you guys to know about these early cards. Okay. All right. Now y'all have fun. If you want to know some more about some error cards, watch this video. It's doing really well from me. If you want to know more about banned cards, watch that one over there. I hope I got them right. So yeah, I have a lot of information about cards too as well. There's so much to know, but this is the basics. This is your foundation. Hey, y'all have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. All right. Bye.